Welcome to another episode of WTF Cinema.
Hi everybody, welcome to WTF Cinema. Now this is going to be a short little episode. This is going to be closer to a review than any other episode I've done. Usually what I do is deconstruct the film and walk you through it. As I explain this movie, you're going to see why that's not possible. It would be as big a waste of your time as watching this movie was for me. So we are going to address the film Blue Money. I recently acquired, well, here, I'll show you, it's this right here. It's a collection of 32 drive-in movies from the old days. We've got some classics on here: The Devil's Hand, The Babysitter. Really, the reason I got this is because there's a movie on here called They Saved Hitler's Brain, which is the greatest movie title I have ever seen. It's a shame that the actual movie is so disappointing. But I got this, and I'm working my way through it, just watching these bad movies, and I came across this one, Blue Money. And it has got to be the most useless film I've ever seen. Ever. Okay, the story, it opens up with the police watching a pornographer. We know he's a pornographer because we see him at his day job, and his wife has a habit of walking around naked for no reason, even when carrying the baby, which is a little odd. And for a movie about pornography, it shows shockingly little nudity. I'm not going to edit this clip at all, but this is what it looks like when he's shooting porn. Yeah, that's pretty special. What's the point in making a movie about the adult film industry if you can't show the adult film industry? It's like if you were shooting a movie about fast food, but you shot around all the food and all the customers and all the registers. I don't get what the point of that is. It's not titillating to say, oh, he's a pornographer, if you don't show him being a pornographer. It's not actually titillating. What it is building up an expectation in the audience and delivering nothing. Now, normally I don't fight so hard for nudity in films. If they've got it, great. If they don't, great. Whatever. But nudity would be the only redeeming factor in this movie, because then at least you could be like, oh look, there's boobs. And while this movie has some of that, not near as much as you would expect when the main character's a pornographer. Anyway, so the plot of the movie is basically this. The government is cracking down on pornographers, so he's in trouble. But he keeps making films, and he ends up having an affair with one of the new actresses he meets, and they make it very clear that he's never done this before, this is his first time. And of course his wife finds out, and she leaves him. And then 20 minutes later she takes him back. He doesn't fight to win her back over, or charm her, she's just back. And it's not even, he doesn't even break it off with the other one. She's just back. Okay, so that's a non-story, because something happened and then was undone. Okay. Now the entire time, the FBI or the CIA or somebody is following him, and at the end of the film, he gets arrested for making pornography. Except after he's arrested, the cops tell him, look, the way the country's going, there's no way you're going to get charged with anything serious. This is just going to cost you some time and money with the lawyers. But that'll teach you. And the end scene is him and his wife standing on his boat, which is a focal point of the movie. He loves his boat, and he doesn't want to lose his boat. And guess what? He doesn't lose his boat. Talking about how everything's going to be fine, because it is. Because he got a little slap on the wrist for breaking the law, and his wife left him and came back, and then the movie ends. The entire movie is literally watching this guy go about his day-to-day life and nothing happens. And the two things that do happen don't mean anything. If the actions of your characters don't have consequences, why am I supposed to care? If the things that happen in a movie have no effect on the people at all, what's the point in putting them in there? Why have plot points that don't mean anything? This movie is the biggest waste of time I've ever seen. It's an hour and a half of nothing happens. Occasionally, there are boobs. Yay. That's not a movie. It's not even porn. It's just... It's an issue of National Geographic. I don't know what the point of this movie is. I don't know why it was made, and I can't imagine it being successful. And maybe that's why nobody's heard of it until I picked up this thing. And it is packaged with "They saved Hitler's brain," so I guess you get what you're getting. Can I point out, they even got the title wrong on the DVD case. The DVD case describes it as Blue Monday, but the movie itself describes it as Blue Money. So, the people who packaged this DVD cared even less about this movie than I do. And I don't blame them. Anyway, that's all I've got. Like I said, it's a short episode because I'm not going to drag you through an hour and a half of this. I thought about it and realized I don't have the talent to make an hour and a half of that funny. So here's this short thing. Action should have consequences. Plot elements should have effect. Things should happen in a movie. There should be a plot that happens. That's all I'm saying. I'll see you next week as we tap into the worst film I've done on WTF Cinema. I know there's been a lot of them I haven't enjoyed, but The Doom Generation is far and away the worst thing I've ever tried to review. I spent more time screaming at the screen than I did actually watching the film. So you know that'll be good. Come on back next week.
Thank you for watching WTF Cinema. Until next time, what the f***, man?